What's up and welcome back. It's Naptime Builder here with the 55. If you watched the last video, we stripped this mug down. I mean, just look at it. Don't try not to look at all the water, okay? We're getting flooded over here. It's been raining for 475 days straight. Well, just frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. But we got her stripped down. Pretty much the whole cab is down to bare metal, except for the inside. Today, well, this video, we're gonna be checking out the inside of this thing, trying to strip it down and basically just see how good the metal is that we got here. If it's pretty decent metal, then I'm just gonna do a few little small patches here and there, fixing the problem areas, and then we'll coat that mug down with some paint and be done with it, okay? Because I plan on eventually having carpet in it and everything. A couple little small patches in the floor ain't gonna hurt my feelings because I ain't gonna be able to see them after I paint it and then do some kind of kill mat or sound deadening stuff over top of that and then carpet over top of that. You ain't ever gonna see a couple little small plates in the floor, okay? So we ain't worried about all that, so don't get your panties in the water or nothing like that. Saying, oh, he's not doing it like he should be. If it was mine, I'd have done full floor pans. Well, if that's the route you feeling, then you go buy you a truck, and then you go put new floor pans in, because this is mine, okay? So this is what we do. But it's not terrible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 small areas. Got little rusted in holes. We'll cut a patch out, throw a patch in. Hopefully we can get by with that, because I don't really want to do 4 floor pans, okay? Try saying that 5 times fast. Alright, y'all, so here's what she looks like. Man, I might need a flashlight. I might have to throw a light up in here. But, she's a little crusty. But there's not a whole lot that's all the way through. I'm not exactly sure what this little thing right there is even for. It's not bolted down, it's welded down. I mean, who knows, we might take it out. But then you got a mess like this right here. It goes over that. Was that the bright light switch? Then I got that got a little hole there, got a little crustiness through here, a little bit there, but that's part of the cover also, so you know. And then obviously over yonder looks like a dadgum heater core has leaked at some point. I mean, it's not terrible, okay? If we strip this down, get her down to bare metal, we can make it work. Alright, y'all, so when you're seeing I was doing a little grind or sanding, getting her down past the rust and paint and all that, well, then I broke out the cutting disc and I started cutting out some problem areas. And you know, there's gonna be a few patches. Okay, here's what we got. All right, I got one big Grand Canyon looking hole right here. And a little area right here under it. If we might just tie that whole thing in together. Oh, this has a cover. That's not a hole I cut. That is not a hole I cut. That is a hole I cut. That is a hole I cut. That is a hole I cut. Not a hole I cut. That's the battery box. But then there's that hole right there that I cut. So we got some patching to do, but before we do that, we got to get some more grinding done. And I'm still gonna have to cut out an area here around this body bolt. Just look at there. But still got to cut that area out, the little area out, and all that. So yeah, no, we'll just see how she goes. You know, we just firing from the hip. We just winging and dinging. I mean, it's, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, you know. I mean, as long as I have new metal going in and it's all tied to it real good, it's got to be better than it was, right? So, that works. All right, well, I'll cut some more, okay? I got her big old section here cut out. I'll have to drill a hole for that body mount or that body bolt. But I think I got her all cut out. I ground down around all of it. Now it's time to search for some metal. And this is what's left of our cab corners. I can get a couple patches out of that. Well, that's what's left out of one cab corner. I got another one over here. I can probably get a couple patches out of that. You know. I got a lot of miscellaneous metal up under that table. And there's a weird looking piece right there too. So we got enough to patch this mug up. Okay. So I think we're gonna start here and do that one. And that one, just work our way over. But all the bad stuff's out. Now it's time to put some good stuff in. And if you're wondering how I'm gonna get my shapes and stuff, I'm sure a lot of other people do it too. But I've got some of that ram board. It's almost like a cardboard sheeting, paper, whatever. We had it in our house while we was moving in and close to the done when it was getting built and everything. That way we could walk in and not mess the floors up because we was doing a whole lot of walking in. And plus it was raining a whole lot because it was during cold months and stuff. So I'm using that to cut the shape of what I need. And then I'll trace that over to the metal, cut the metal out. And hopefully we're good, you know. So here's what she's gonna look like. Look at there first. She overlaps it just a hair. And after we get that one in, we'll move on down, you know. All right, we're back and it is smoky up in here. I need to air this place out and take a break. But last I showed you my little cutout on the cardboard paper mess, and it's escalated since then. I still need to clean these welds up some, but we're also not that worried about them looking pretty. Which I ain't ever worried about mine looking pretty because they ain't ever gonna look pretty. But you know, this is gonna be under paint and seam sealer and like some kind of sound deadening mat, so you'll never see it again, and then carpet on top of that. So you know, we're not planning on ever seeing these again, so they ain't gotta be pretty, but here's what we got. All right, so that was the piece I started with, and I jumped over. That right there is part of the cab corner patch that didn't get used. Come over here, grabbed another piece of metal and welded all in here. Got my my cab mount right there. I had to weld that one down. I already had a bend in it that I did before welding in, but I bent it, then welded it around up here, then hammered her down, capped over this. So, you know, all that mess. Now we got one right there. And then that one up there, around that mess. That should be it. I think that's it. I don't think I'm hiding anymore. No, that one and up there in that corner mess around that cab mount. So, like I said, welds are ugly. Who cares? They're getting covered up by like 3 or 4 layers. All right, y'all, I got all my places patched up. It looks rough. I'll admit it, it's whatever. It gets covered up, whatever, okay? But, this old 55 here, the battery was under the floor here. If I paint this thing, put that sound deadener stuff down, put carpet in it, I'm not going to want to have to pull the carpet just to change the battery or mess with the battery. So, I think we might need to cap that off. So now I need to find a bigger piece of metal. So, anyway, let me show you what I got. Alright, you seen all that over there where my welder is now. You seen that one. There's that little patch. And here's this up in here. Still needs to be cleaned up, of course. But takes care of all that. Now I just need that. And there's a spot on the transmission cover. Y'all, I'm so sorry about this rain sound, but I just can't do nothing about it. But there's my biggest piece of metal I got. Well, that's big enough to do that patch anyways. What I got left. And there's my transmission cover, and she's in rough shape. And I just don't know if I can. I mean, if I could buy one, I might just do that on that part. Because that thing's rough. It goes all the way back up in here. It's real thin and pitted and just so flexible and everything. Man. So I'm not sure what we'll do about that. But we can make our cover for that right there out of that. So I guess we'll get to do that. Hopefully we can get that finished up and weld it in before I have to call it a day. Because we're getting close. Alright, y'all, one last look for the day. All this and that. And there's a patch right there. And we got all that over there. That's the battery box we just covered up. Not too shabby. I'm about running out of time today, but tomorrow we'll come out. Make sure we sand down the rest of the firewall. I'll rip whatever is in the way up here that'll never get used again out. Try our best to get that mess off. And then hopefully we can do a little seam seal and a little black tractor paint or something to cover it all and all that. So, good progress. Tomorrow, the rain is supposed to stop. I'll see it I'll believe it when it happens, but hopefully so, because I'm sick and tired of this mess. It's ridiculous. Also sick and tired of all that water. That's also ridiculous. So, we'll see y'all dark and early in the morning. I might have to make a run to the store. Do I have paint? We'll see. Good morning. It's the next day. It's like 4:30 right now. I've been out here trying to get, out here trying to get the shop warmed up a little bit. Looking over what we need to do. I got some, I bought 4 turbo cans yesterday. First turbo cans I've ever bought. And once we get the rest of the inside sanded down and everything, I also got some paintable caulk, which will do the job of seam sealer around these patches and everything. and a whole lot cheaper. It's like $5 and something a tube, and seam sealer is like 15 or something a tube, I think last time I looked. Alright, so I just got done cutting every wire that I could find, at least the length of it. I mean, I left them short up under the dash or whatever. But every wire we could find, cut it, got it out of the way. Also, all this insulation for the firewall, got all it off. Got the heater out. I still got to get that one bracket. But here's the heater. And I think it looks cool, just like the design or whatever. So I'm gonna hang it on the wall. Why not? But I gotta cut that little bracket right there off. Bolt, whatever. And then we can get started back on stripping paint and rust and everything. Alright, y'all, I have ground down all the paint and everything up in here. The whole inside of the cab. I'm about to go through. I just got done blowing it out. That's why it's still hazy up in here. Trying to get this mess out the door. But about to go through, seam seal everything. We'll give that a little while to dry up. And then, well, I gotta wipe it down, then I'll seam seal. Give that a little time to dry up. After it dries up, I'll wipe it down again. And we'll throw some paint on this. Make it look a little bit better. Be like putting lipstick on a pig, but. All right, got her seam sealed up. Now to let this dry, and while that's dry, I think I'm gonna go take some, have lunch. Don't have a whole lot else I can do while that's drying, so I think for the first time this week, I'll actually take a break and go in and eat something. We'll see y'all when it's dry. I might need to wash my face. What do you think? After eating lunch, and I gave it like an hour and a half, mostly because I kind of dozed off, okay? You know. But that stuff claims paint ready in 30 minutes. That's some bull crap, okay? It says full dry in 24 hours. Like cure everything. But I stuck my finger in it. It's pretty. I mean, I don't really feel like it's dried much at all. But I can't let that stop me. We're gonna paint anyways. Man, I'll tell you what, it's my first time having these turbo cans. This big old thing, you feel like you're gonna knock yourself in the dadgum head trying to shake it up. I don't know how this is gonna go. But honestly, as long as it covers it and sticks to it good, that's all that really matters. So, you know, we're trying over here. So here's what she's looking like. Patches are blending in a little better. Boy, I'm echoing up in this mother. This roughness right here, there was some kind of spray on, almost like it was like a spray on sound deadener or something. It was kind of rubberized. I got most of it off because it was all up here too. And then I got down there, and that stuff, trying to get it off, it kind of just melted and like smeared more than anything once I got further down. So I got it as smooth as I could, and we just sprayed it, okay? Did not spray the dash with the turbo cans. I got overspray all over the dash, but I'll end up having to sand that back down, and we'll prime it. You know, we care a little bit more about the dash. We'll prime it and paint it whatever color we decide to in the end. But for now, this is what she's looking like. You know, 10 million times better than it was looking. There's some runs here and there, but we don't care. So, but super satisfied with that. I kind of wish I hadn't got the turbo cans. Like I said, first time ever having them. Whatever, I figured I'd try them out. At least it was on something that wasn't that important. We just needed it covered. So, probably won't do that again. Also, it saved me a couple dollars. Tractor Supply spray paint was ridiculous. Hood on because it's getting a little bit cooler as the day goes on. I think it's supposed to be down to mid-low 30s in the morning. And plus I've got the door cracked open so we can get some of these fumes out of here. But I just threw the last coat on the interior and I feel like it looks pretty doggone good, especially because of what we started with. So here's what we got. Oh, and also, when we was doing all that, like stripping the floor and everything, I told you, or when I was patching the floor and everything, I told you how bad a shape the transmission cover, tunnel cover was. I got a new one on the way. I found one. It's just not going to be here in time for this video. Well, I mean, this video don't come out for a while, so. If I remember and it gets here before this video goes, then I'll post it. Okay? No promises. Do I got paint on me? It looks like I need to throw some in that beard there. She's starting to get some gray. But, y'all, that is it for this video. We've stripped the inside of the cab. We've patched a whole lot of it. We've seam sealed it, and we threw some paint on it. So, I believe the next video will be, you know, just trying to get the outside of the cab. I think I got a couple other small patches I got to do. Trying to think. I think there's a couple small patches I got to do. And then, you know, a little bit of body filler here and there. And hopefully get the cab primed. Exterior of the cab. In doing so, we'll probably go ahead and take the hood and the front fenders off. That way we can get the whole cab. So, that's what's next. This is what just happened. Appreciate y'all watching. I really hope you hit that like button. Send me a comment. I make short videos too. Some are me talking, being silly, and some are breakdowns of longer videos and stuff like that. I'd appreciate it if you liked them, commented, hit that subscribe button. You know, just a small YouTuber here in North Alabama. Give a man some support. We'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching Naptime Builder.